Hello there, everyone. Welcome to the Lego Batman all episodes, all mini kits rush. We've got a good race for you today between Scynor and Los. Scynor is on the viewer's left side, Los is on the viewer's right side. Our runners are ready to go. I will talk a little bit about what we're doing here after we get going. Do we have confirmation from our runners that we are ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Los is ready. Scynor. All right. Then let's get going here in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All
Good
right.
luck, Scynor.
All right, so we are going to be running the levels in chronological order. So we'll go through episode 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as well as going through levels 1 through 5 in order. So the goal of this category is to collect all 10 mini kits in every level. So that's a total of 300 mini kits. And so far we've already got 3 for both the runners. You'll see a lot of different techniques here. Los right now doing a SSJ, or a slam switch jump. That is very, very widely used in this category, as well as a lot of other free play categories. For a long time we didn't know much about the hero extras, and someone randomly is like, hey, why don't you do this technique? And so we're like, oh, okay. Turns out the video was close to 10 years old and no one had noticed it. SSJing, for those of you who play Lego Star Wars free play, is basically doing a triple jump with like a Jedi slam. How it works is Batman has a slam attack in his glide suit, and when you do the slam, it gives you a little bit of upward momentum. And if you switch during that upward momentum, you gain a little bit of height. And then you can switch back to the flight suit, do another slam, switch, gain more height, and you just keep doing that until you want to stop, because it is literally an infinite height glitch. Alright, so we are almost done with this level. Los collecting the 9th minikit here. Scynor collecting the 10th as soon as he breaks his telephone pole. There it is. It showed 9 on the bottom left, but you don't need to have it say 10 in the bottom left. You just need to collect it by touching the minikit. And so you'll see here, Los just touches it, and he's going to quit out. So both runners are neck and neck right now, heading into 1-2. This is Icy Reception. It's basically the Mr. Freeze level in the hero version. You'll see Mr. Freeze's level in the villain as well. Bits and pieces of it are going to be familiar from this level, as will other parts of other levels. So Scynor builds a lever for a truck that he'll be grabbing in a little bit. There are 2 mini kits up in the top right, and a lot of people miss the second one because you have to actually break the window in order to get it. And it's kind of uncommon that Traveler's Tales would put 2 mini kits right next to each other like that. Alright, so Scynor puts the... Well, both Scynor and Los put the truck in the circle. That'll go down, come up as an ice cream cone, and then they'll just break it and get another one. And as you can kind of see, SSJing is a very widely used technique here. Just doing it all over the place. It has special properties and can break a lot of different things that you're not normally supposed to break. Sometimes you can break things that only vehicles can break. In 3-4, you'll see that it can break a disco door that only a robot is supposed to break. But even then, that robot you don't even need to use the robot to break it. Alright, that is the 7th Minikit in this level. Lo's gonna go get it pretty soon. No more Minikits in this room. The rest of them will be in the next room. One with a mind control, one in here with this button. You need to break the silver thing first. Then he's gonna go get the mind control. So you need either Riddler, Mad Hatter, or Scarecrow in order to do mind control. And there's the 10th Minikit for Scynor. Some of you might be wondering why didn't they just go grab that Minikit with the person right away, and the answer is it's not activated until you pull the lever. And that can be seen by when a Minikit just kind of sparkles, that's when it gets activated and that's when you can grab it. Alright, we're heading into 1-3, the only car vehicle level. There are a total of 5 vehicle levels, 1 car, 2 boat, and 2 flying. I believe there are 3 Minikits in this first room. There's the first one. You need to break 3 of those blue and white containers. There's the second. I guess there's only 2 here, but you have to prep for a third one. On Los's side, you'll see him go up the right side, break that green and orange thing. That's a 1 out of 3. There's going to be 1 in each room. Now, typically, casually, you're supposed to bring all 3 of these trucks over to the helicopter area. It'll be right there. Or Scynor just passed it. It's not showing up for some reason. Might be a graphic setting that he has on. But you're supposed to bring all 3 trucks over there, and then you're able to advance. But instead, we can do a little bit of out-of-bounds trickery, and we can advance. So you'll see that in a little bit. Also, side note, if you do bring all 3 trucks over to the right side, you will soft lock the Harley Quinn and Joker Minikits in the bay area with the cranes. You'll have to exit the level and go back to get them. Scynor struggling a little bit with this fire hydrant one. The water there kind of gives you a little bit of ice physics, and it is a little tricky to navigate quickly. Los doing a little bit of a clip here, going from Mr. Freeze's ice cream, or Mr. Freeze's thing, to a larger vehicle. It kind of gives you a bigger hitbox and will allow you to clip through certain walls. So Los already done. There's Scynor struggling to collect the 10th one. There, he got it. Interesting thing here on Los's side is he's actually going to select the Penguin minion. And that is because the Penguin minion's hitbox is a little bit lower than everyone else's. And because of that, we'll be able to, or he will be able to clip through a certain door so that he can transition to a room without collecting any vacuum suit pieces. First Minikit here is to break all of these, or first build and then break all of these carrots. And no pieces for Los because we have that new Penguin minion clip. Second one is up in the trees here. And then he'll be moving on to the next room. Scynor breaking the carrots here. Lagging just a little bit behind. Los planting the flowers, the way to break them is to or well, you don't need to break them. You need to actually water them. So here he's tapping the special and the attack button, and that's to kind of make them grow a little faster. If you were to just use the attack or the special button, it takes a little bit longer for them to grow, and it kind of feels like RNG. Let's hope he doesn't forget to get the 3 out of 3 carrots. There's the first one. Next Minikit up here in the corner, and here he's going to do that penguin minion clip into the door. Oh, fell down. He's going to have to try that again. And there he goes. Next Minikit is down here in the water. Dive Suit Robin has a little special property where he actually sinks into the water. The only other character with that property is Killer Croc. There's the second of the carrots. Okay, he's gonna leg clip into here and grab that Minikit. There he goes. Never really talked about that yet, but leg clipping is a form of FDT. FDT stands for frame rate dependent trick. Another, which, well, that's not a FDT clip, it's a up warp. Scynor going for the more traditional version of that, but FDTs, if you change VSync from off to on or on to off, it kind of messes with your frame rate during the transition between the two. And there's certain things that can happen. Most of all is clipping through walls or clipping through things. And so sometimes you can extend your hitbox into certain places, and like Los did with the Minikit inside that little canister area, he was able to move his hitbox in, grab that Minikit, and still be on the outside of it. Very helpful for a lot of different Minikits. Another one you'll see that happen in, most likely, is 5-5. Interesting fact about 1-5 here with Los. In this level, you are able to grab all 10 Minikits in story mode. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's actually not. First one here is jumping on all 5 of these. Good jumps there, Los.
Thank you.
Alright, so the next one he's doing, he's got to break all of these lights with the van here. He could use bombs, but it's slightly faster if you have optimal movement with the van to just break it with that. And it's a little struggling a little bit with that last one. Now he's gonna have to build this $sign here, using the flame suit of Batman to kill people with one Batarang hit. Guards here, well, guards in general, or enemies in general, can take about 1 to 4 hits. And with the flame suit, it's really helpful to know it'll just take 1 hit. And with a few other extras, you can have more battering targets as well as a faster battering. So ignoring the hostage there because we don't care about hostages in this category. Next one is just past this spinning door, only pushing it as far as he needs to in order to get there. And then SSJing all the way up into the transition area. Scynor just a bit behind him there, going through the revolving door now, and Los into the next room. Alright, Los at 6. There are 2 left in this room, 1 on the right here, and 1 in the center. Switches to a toxic character so that he doesn't die, and he ended up switching to a different non-toxic character, so he ended up dying anyways. Now he's going to SSJ all the way to the final boss room. So you'll see him just kind of going about his merry business here. Don't forget to hydrate, people, otherwise you might wake up with a sore throat. All right, into the boss room. Almost there for Scynor as well. Los got to break 5 of these treasure chests, 2 of them behind bars, getting there with Manbat. Fun fact about Manbat is he has the fastest speed in the game. Most people have a speed of, I want to say, 1.6, and Manbat has a walking speed of 1.67, so it's just slightly faster. All right, and pretty much tied up coming out of here. And that is episode 1. We have now collected a 6th of all the mini kits that we need. Los making a spectacular dive into his death. Moving on to the penguin levels in Hero. First up is the Catwoman level. What is this level called? There she goes again. Sorry, brain fart. This first room takes a long time. Calling in a second character so they can do multiple things at a time. He's gonna pull that dumpster away from there so that he can build some flowers and then break them so that he can get a mini kit. Also building a turnstile with Robin so that he can push it, build a cart, and then use that cart to put it into a garage to get another mini kit. Struggling a little bit there with the door so that he can get his character in. Alright, so that is 1 out of 3 1 out of 3 carrots for Los. Gonna do some toxic building here so that he can open up a canister down there on the bottom. He'll have to use either the dive suit or Croc to get down there. Most likely the dive suit like Scynor is doing right now. Scynor going up top right away. There, he's got his second one. And Los taking care of this cart. Gotta pull it away so that he can get the car in. And then the mini kit will spawn right on top of the dumpster. Scynor doing the same thing now. Getting the right characters for it. Just struggling with the enemies there. Los with that. Now he's going up top to get that one that Scynor grabbed earlier. Dropping in a second character so they can switch to him right away. And then getting the carrot mini kit here. Scynor as well. Now they've got to build a terminal here so that they can get, or a telephone thing so that they can pull a lever so that they can get the second mini kit that's in the water. And this is the final mini kit in this room, so now they're going to be SSJing their way out of here. Scynor following shortly. First mini kit up in this room, you just need to break a few things in here in order to activate it. There it is. Second one is going to be breaking these little rooftop pieces, building some flowers, and then breaking them. You're supposed to use a lawnmower in order to break them, but SSJs have a special property here that you can just break them. Sometimes you'll see people switch to the bomb suit in order to build without getting hit by projectiles. And other times you'll just see them kill people. It's personal preference on what you want to do. If an enemy is too close to you, he'll melee you and interrupt your actions. Ooh. Bad drop in there for Los. Gonna try dropping him in again. There it is. And then he'll just clip right through the corner there. Scynor doing that now, having a little bit of trouble. There it is. Alright, and then they're going to SSJ their way out of here. Hopefully high enough so that they don't activate a cutscene here. Scynor activated it. And, oh, he's getting the long animation too. Some people might think this is a soft lock. It is not. It just takes a very long time to actually cause Catwoman to do things. There it is. Okay, so he's good. He just got the super long animation. Los already done. Thankfully he didn't get that long cutscene. I don't even think he got the cutscene at all. Scynor going for the last Minikit here, and he can exit. Alright, we are into the Bat Boat Battle level, also known as Trash Boat Battle. The Bat Boat has a tow cable that'll be used to tow bombs as well as pull a few things. So pulling the light switch there for the lighthouse so that we can activate a Minikit that's up on this ramp, which seems like the only vehicle that can go up those ramps is the Batboat. Throwing bombs here is awful. They can kind of home in on the targets there, but that range or that gravitational pull is not very strong. Alright, there's Scynor going for the lighthouse Minikit and going for that next one. Los here, gotta bomb a few things. Had to hit a few buttons underwater with Penguin sub. Now he's just gonna wait here a bit until that Minikit is activated. There's Scynor's hitting the buttons with the Penguin sub. And then he's gonna have to hit the targets there with Robin's torpedoes. Okay, I guess I made a liar out of myself. The croc boat looks like it can also go up those ramps. Alright, that is 1 out of 3 targets on Los's side. You'll see it in just a bit on Scynor's side. And there's the second one for Los. Thankfully, since this is a rush file, they have invincibility on, meaning that some boat or all the boats now can travel through toxic waste. Normally, without it, the only one that can do it is Croc's boat. Here, Los is going for an out-of-bounds trick that I literally learned just yesterday. Just clipping through that door so that he can get the rest of these Minikits. There is a way to go out of bounds there and go all the way to the transition, but since we need the Minikits, he's not going to do that. I believe there are 2 Minikits in the final room, so... here Los is going to do the 4-button skip. So you'll see him go all the way around this stuff, traveling out of bounds. Hoping to avoid clipping back inbounds. You also don't want to activate the transition from the wrong side because it is a 2-way transition, meaning if you hit it going from right to left, you'll actually be transitioned into the same room. And if that were to happen, he would have to do the 4 buttons like Scynor is doing right now. Los has to be very careful with this bomb, otherwise he'll have to grab a new one. Alright, there it is. Scynor going to get the Penguin torpedoes here. And then he'll grab that bomb. Hopefully not hit anything. Ooh, gotta be careful. See? There he wasn't careful enough and ended up hitting a breakable object, which caused the bomb to explode too early. Ooh, that was mighty close there, Scynor. Los into the into the 3rd level of the episode. Scynor heading out. He'll be heading in there very shortly. 2-3 is known as Under the City. It is the Killer Croc version of Hero Mode. You'll see a couple SSJs here, just to get a few Minikits quite easily. as well as transition into the next room. I believe there are only 2 mini-kits in... Actually, there are supposed to be 2 mini-kits in this room, but there is a third one that is hidden out of bounds. So technically there are 11 mini-kits in this game, or in this level, but the way we specify getting all mini-kits, or being a mini-kit rush, is that you only need 10 mini-kits from a level. You do not need to collect all the mini-kits from a level. Sometimes I think if you were to collect all 11 in this game, or in this level, you would actually crash the game. Los going out of bounds here so he doesn't have to use a strong character to move a box. And instead of clipping down, he's just going to bomb his way down. There, Scynor actually used the strong person to move the box. And he as well will be bombing it open. Another thing that can be paired with SSJs or just used on its own is extended glides. And you can see Scynor using that, where Batman is kind of bobbing up and down while he's gliding. That's known as an extended glide. If you were to just hold the glide button, Batman kind of drops down a lot faster than if you were to do an extended glide, which is tapping the glide button about 3 times every 2 seconds. So about 0.67 seconds per button press. So something I didn't get into is, since there were 11 minikits in there, the one minikit that they skipped is a vacuum piece minikit. You're supposed to suck up 25 pieces, put it into a little canister, and use a boat to hit some buoys. And just a second. Alright, so we are into Zeus Company. Both of our runners are there. Los just a bit ahead. He's collecting one of the mini-kits that is probably the hardest to get. At least in this level. Because controlling that boat is very difficult. And this is actually one level in which we actually need to do the vacuum suit pieces in order to actually get a mini-kit. So here he's going to collect a 25th piece. He just needs people out of his way so that he can grab the pieces. One more mini-kit is up on top with the shiny silver pieces. He's going to SSJ up there and bomb it. And there he's got 4 mini-kits. Scynor also with his 4. Now he just needs to get out of this room. Another special property of the slam is that you can grow plants with it. I don't know how it works, but you're supposed to use poison ivy to blow a flowery kiss into the pots there, and that'll grow the plants. But instead we can slam and just grow it. Scynor not actually doing that because well, there he does it now. You don't need to do it because you don't need it to get to the mini-kit. There are a couple different ways you can do it. Either grabbing a elephant, SSJing, freeze flying. We will probably not see any freeze flying in this because we have SSJ. But for those of you unfamiliar about what a freeze fly is, it is the early version of a quote-unquote infinite height glitch. It's not technically infinite because you can't gain infinite height with it, but it is a height glitch. How to do it is you have to have Mr. Freeze and Joker. You freeze one of your characters, and then zap them with the Joker handshake, and interrupt that handshake by switching with your character changer, and then swap to the zapped character and tap A or your jump button quickly so that you can start rising while still in a freezed state. And then you can do your character changer so that you can break the ice, and then pairing that with an extended glide, you can fly very far. And so that was widely used before SSJs were found, and in my opinion was a little bit more interesting. Los, instead of going for the clip there, he just goes out of bounds to grab that Minikit. We are in the final episode, or final chapter of episode 2. There are quite a few Minikits in this first room because this level is only 3 rooms big. Los has to build this carrot here, another 3 carrot build. Final one is over here by the hostage. There it is, and there's the Minikit. So Scynor over there on the left, he actually did the clip, he didn't go out of bounds. Ooh, and he's gonna go for a leg clip there to get that Minikit rather than going out of bounds or blowing up the cage there. He's going for the second carrot here. Los going for the toxic waste one over here, and then going for the iceberg, and then the one on the right. There are 2 Minikits left. He has to bomb these treadmills and then blow up the things above them, most likely with a batarang. They are turned red now, so there's 1, 2, and then it'll hit 3 and 4 right after. Three, 4, and then there's going to be that little cutscene showing that you've unlocked it. And he's going to head into the bonus area here. You don't need to use the heat suit Batman to do that, but it is a lot faster because you can do continuous building with the heat suit. Whereas if you didn't have it, you would have to build, switch, build, switch, build, switch, build, switch, and continue that until the Minikit was actually built. And I would say it's about 2 to 3 times longer that way. So Los, 1/3 of the way done with this category. Scynor about to be there as well. And there he's done with episode 2. So fun fact, with Croc, he actually has a larger hitbox than everyone else. And so pairing that with some other characters, you can actually clip through some walls the same way he did with the boat level. Going from the Mr. Freeze boat to a larger boat. I'm not entirely sure which one he used, but I know for sure it was a larger one. Needs 5 more pieces here because this is the longest Minikit in the game. One that people dread getting in bingos because you need to first collect 25 pieces to open or to unlock a goop collecting machine. And then the next thing you need to do is collect 25 more in order to unlock the door to get it into the room Los is in right now. So here he'll probably, he'll suck up those pieces, as well as collect a few more here and a few more in the rest of this room. There's going to be 1 more Minikit on Los's right, or on Los's left. He will either go out of bounds into that room, or he's going to use the Riddler or mind control character, whichever one he has right now, and then he'll go into there. So here he's got to wait for that thing to bomb inside there, and he is just going to go out of bounds into here so that he doesn't need to activate the mind control thing. Scynor just got the door blaster open, or door blaster activated. And Los has to do a little puzzle here to, well, Los and Scynor both have to do a little puzzle here to get this Minikit. Gotta wait a little bit before they can actually collect it. And seeing as how they are in free play, they can just SSJ their way out of there. In story mode, there is a way to actually get back there out of bounds and collect this Minikit. It's just a little difficult to do because there is a way to soft lock it. Alright, Los and Scynor now both going for the longest Minikit in the game, collecting all of the goop in the first and second rooms. We technically call this just the first room because you can SSJ into it. It's not a hard load. And you can transition to it without, or, well, you can move between them without hitting transitions. So gotta collect a lot of goop here. And Scynor just running there with his second character so they can get out of there faster. Clearing debris with player 2. Los deciding to just go with one player here so that he doesn't need to concentrate on controlling that second character. It's not necessary to have them. Sometimes it might be nice, sometimes it'll be detrimental, depending on how comfortable you are with two controller strats. Scynor being very comfortable with it, he's just going to keep going. If they were to be doing this in story mode, they probably wouldn't have invincibility at this point. So they would probably, or Los would probably have two players activated. So Scynor already put the goop machine in and Los just doing it now. And now they're gonna be heading out. They're gonna be doing something similar to the 1-4 door transition with the penguin, except, oh, yep, they do, or Scynor does it with the penguin minion. Los here doing it with a PCC. Now they're both going for the crane one here. It is possible to soft lock here. If you were to get both characters stuck inside there, so Los just praying that that doesn't happen. Fortunately for Scynor, he didn't get stuck. And Los hoping to PCC his way out of here. And Los taking the owl there. Deciding he actually soft locked and is going to restart that level. He did save so that he doesn't have to go get those minikits again. So this will put Los behind by a few minutes, maybe 1.5. Scynor just cruising his way through here, collecting this next one on the bottom right. And he's got 2 more to grab. One in the next room, one in the boss room. Alright, Los back in here. He's going to be able to just quickly navigate his way through here. Scynor just SSJing all the way up here. Needs to turn this turnstile so that he can move the toxic, or so that he can get the toxic waste out of the right side so that he can grab this Minikit. And the final one is on the far right of the boss room. Unfortunately, in free play, you'll actually have to watch a lot more villain intros, just like he did there. Scynor going for the bomb strat rather than the clip strat. Alright, Lost heading into the second last room. Scynor just finishing. Now we're going into 3-2. One of the worst levels in story mode. Fortunately, we don't really have to do much in free play other than fly around. This is the Harley Quinn level. She's actually in a second level in hero mode. It'll be the last level in episode 3. So the first Minikit is on the far left. Another one here, you have to bust down all these clowns. The clowns need to be in a specific state in order to break them. You could either do that, or you could just shoot it with Joker, and it would significantly help. Next one is here in a tank. You can either use the scuba suit to get down there, or use a slam to give you extra momentum to go down far enough into the water to get it. Next is the Ducky mini game. Just gotta break all of them and you can collect that. Now Scynor is getting out of bounds and hit the transition. Lowe's finally done with 3-1. He'll be heading into 3-2 very shortly. Scynor going for the teacup mini kit. Gotta activate it with Joker. Already has 6 mini kits in this level. Very easy 7th one here. And the last 3 are in the next room. One with the boats here, he needs the tech suit of Robin to move them into place. Just go by color here. Blue into blue, green, green, yellow, yellow, red, red. Next one will be the bumper cars right behind it. He'll probably SSJ his way back there. He needs to hit all 3 enemy bumper cars 3 times to deactivate them, and then the mini kits becomes activated. And then the next one will be on the far right, just past the boss area. Lowe's still in the first room of 3-2 here. Gonna go get the Ducky minigame mini kit, and then he'll be heading his way out of here. He as well will be SSJing up there to hit the transition. There it is. And Scynor heading to the last mini kit now. Thankfully he did not hit the boss cutscene trigger. Los in the second last room here. Just gonna take the teacup ride. It always spawns in the same one, so our runners know which one it's gonna be in and where it's gonna end up. Scynor took the route of just going to where it'll be. Los took the route of riding the mini cup, or the teacup in which it'll spawn in. So Los is actually going to go for 1P2C here, where he's going to get his second character back towards the bumper cars, so that he can get that very quickly. Scynor on the left is going through the first flight vehicle level. This is Scarecrow's level, and so Scarecrow's biplane will be going from the first room here to the last room. You won't actually see him move unless our runners activate the trigger for it. Scynor not realizing he needed the torpedoes to break the turrets there in order for him to get the bomb. Unfortunate for him, that gives Los a little time to catch up here. Hopefully he doesn't activate the cutscene here. If he does, he'll end up needing to grab a second bomb from this dispenser, and that takes about 35-40 seconds. And he's going to be very careful here to grab some bombs before he hits the cutscene trigger. He also needs to be careful that he doesn't explode the pipe over here. Otherwise, he'll end up needing to grab the a second bomb anyways. He needs one bomb to break down a hotel sign, and that'll give him a fourth Minikit here. Los joining Scynor in the first room of 3-3 here. Scynor being careful not to activate the cutscene. It's kind of like a circle that's surrounding Scarecrow's biplane, which is to the left there and up. So he's able to go down on the bottom and avoid it. Oop. Scynor bumping the roof there with the bomb. Here, he'll break down that O. Los has Scarecrow doing circles. On Scynor's side, he had him just stationary. If he's stationary, it's a lot easier to avoid the cutscene trigger. So it'll be interesting to see how Los deals with that. He had grabbed 6 torpedoes, 3 on each of the bat wings. There, he grabs his third Minikit. Gonna go for the bomb to get his fourth. You need to be very careful to avoid the cutscene trigger here. Up, and Commentator's Curse. Activated, so that means he's gonna have to end up getting a second bomb over there. He's also using Mad Hatter's glider to move a little bit faster. He needs to use one of the helicopters in order to tow the bomb over here. But now that he's activated the cutscene, he can take a few more straightforward lines rather than going around the cutscene trigger. Scynor almost done here in the second room. Needs another bomb for these valves. I don't know who's big enough to turn those valves though. Those look a little bit too big for some of the minifigures. Alright, Scynor done with the second room. He's heading into the boss room. He's just got 3 more to collect. 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top. And there, Los used his second bomb to get into the second room. Scynor struggling just a little bit to hit the gargoyles, and there it is. And there's his 9th and then 10th Minikit. Alright, Scynor going into 3-4. I think there was something special I mentioned about 3-4, but now I don't remember what it was. Los struggling just a little bit with these valve bombings. Scynor not getting the moth or the killer moth quick kill. Don't know if that was intentional or not. I didn't see if he did any FDT or if he turned off VSync. Alright, getting a second minikit there. Third one there. I think the next one he's going to be getting is the cake minikit, which you need to break open 3 cakes. The first of which is inside this building that he's trying to get to. A lot of puzzle things here to do before he can actually get to the cake. And Los here in the final room of 3-3, getting his 8th and then soon to be 9th and 10th minikits. Scynor building an oven so they can bake a cake. This will be the second. That'll be the second. This will be the third. There it is. And then he'll be heading to the next room. And not getting the truck skip. He'll have to bomb the truck and then go in. There is a way to do it out of bounds, but it's just going to be faster for him to bomb it. Alright, Scynor's going to grab a couple pieces here with the vacuum suit, and that'll allow him to use a helicopter, which will be used to hit a couple lights, and that'll activate a minikit. So Los going out of bounds here to grab this minikit. And getting trapped in there. So he's going to use SSJs to avoid things. Alright, Scynor using the piece builder here to get that helicopter. Using Robin to go down into the tank. It is possible to use SSJs to get down low enough to get that minikit without using the scuba suit. Right, collecting the last one here in this room, and then he's gonna get his second character up here, and now I remember, SSJs can break this colorful wall. Struggling a little bit there to break everything so that he can build the oven here. There, he gets it. Scynor with 2 minikits left, one down here in this manhole. Ooh, he actually got clipped down there. Thankfully his bomb went off and allowed him to get back up. Alright, last minikit here for Scynor. He'll actually have to use Joker in order to activate this thing, and that'll allow him to get the 10th minikit and then move on to the last level of the hero story, or hero levels. Meanwhile, on Los' side, he's collecting the 25 pieces, has to break a couple things in order to get them. Being very careful to stay up on top there so that he can grab a couple pieces. Thankfully, since we are in the minikit rush, we have the faster pieces, which allows the pieces to get sucked up into the vacuum a lot faster than they would normally. And Los is going to be a little short here on pieces, so he's going to have to break a couple more things here to get some. Alright, now he'll have enough. Just needs that last red piece. There it is. Scynor on the left side, he was alt-tabbing to do a little leg clip there. You have to break the glass there in order to activate the minikit. Otherwise, he would have just probably leg clipped again. Los with the helicopter minikit, which means he is now able to move on to the next room. Flying up high enough so that he can drop and warp a character to the right side, and then slamming to get through that colorful door. One minikit over here on the left side, and then more over on the right. Los going for his second last minikit. We'll see if nope, he's not going to be able to clip down because he's using Penguin's bomb in order to break that open. Whereas Scynor used the bomb suit and battering in order to get down there. Slam is also very useful for breaking a lot of things at once. So that's what Los did over on the right. Scynor already done with 3-5. Los just finished 3-4, so Scynor is about a level ahead. Scynor now heading into the villain levels. He has to navigate his way through the bat cave here. And Los will probably make quick work of this 3-5 level. Unfortunate for Scynor that he didn't get double jump character. He could have made a little bit of a quicker line if he had one. All right, Los not going for the alt tab option. I know Los is not a fan of alt tabbing because of the tendency for the game to white screen, meaning crash. So there, his bomb went off and broke the second gargoyle. His third one will be right over here. And he's going to opt for the SSJ route to get this minikit. It is possible to leg clip in there with changing VSync. Ooh, Scynor unlucky enough to hit the ceiling before he got into there. Almost done on Los's side. He's got 2 more minikits. They're going to be in the boss room. The one on the top left and another on the right side. If the camera would have allowed it, he probably would have done 2 controller strats to get them very quickly. But now he's heading to 4-1. Scynor is just about to finish 4-1. He's got a couple minikits here to grab. One on the top right, one on the left, and one in the top left. Or back left, I would suppose it'd be. And opting to bust his way in there rather than SSJing in it. Los still navigating his way to the villain room, or Arkham Asylum. Here he actually does have a double jumping character, so he can actually jump through that window there and cut the corner. Scynor still about a level ahead, heading into 4-2. Scynor, or Los heading into 4-1 now. Almost looked like we're synced up, but not quite. When pulling things with heavy characters, you can swap out of them, and that'll cancel their pulling animation, and will also move the object that they're pulling. So, a little bit of a win-win there. Looks like Los is opting to do the lever strats here, which is how you're supposed to do it. Scynor, on the other hand, went for the SSJ route. Struggling a little bit there to get the characters on the buttons. And Scynor already collected the ice cream mini kit, or the ice cream van mini kit, as well as a few others. We'll see Los doing them in a little bit. One over here by the hostage for Scynor. Gotta drop down there, and the enemy was kind of spawned right in it, so he could hardly move. And we'll see Scynor here doing a clip, BRC, also known as a Batarang clip, through there. Ooh, Los ended up hitting the backside of that transition, so he ended up going back to the same room he was in. Another thing, or another piece mini kit here for Scynor, and Los SSJing into that room to grab the final mini kit. So he'll be heading into 4-2 here shortly. Meanwhile, Scynor still needs to collect a few more pieces for the piece part mini kit. It appears Scynor has the piece detector turned on. I'm not sure if Los does as well. It kind of points an arrow towards pieces that you can collect. Alright, our runners are in the same levels together now. And Los struggling a little bit here to get that built. This is where it'd be a little helpful to switch to the demolition suit for Batman, also known as the bomb suit. There, Los gets the mini kit activated for the ice cream truck, and Scynor heading out of the level as Los collected his first piece, or first mini kit. Looks like the next mini kit here for Los is going to be the 3 plant mini kit. And Scynor heading into 4-3, the Poison Ivy level. So gonna do a little racing here. He has to go through all the flags here. I'm not entirely sure how many there are. Looks like he's doing 2 controller strats. That'll probably be so that he can grab the mini kit and exit as quickly as possible. Yep, looks like, because he'll grab it and head out with Penguin. Los about halfway done with this level. He also was struggling with the hostage grabber. Here, Los is going to be grabbing a few pieces, as well as getting some of the other mini kits. First of all, looks like he's going to go for the pieces. He'll probably get enough for that, and then ooh, trying to go for the jump around the invisible wall there, and wasn't quite working out for him the first time. Scynor getting the build during the little camera pan. Now he has to wait for the mind control character to open the door. Los having enough pieces to get this minikit, he'll put the pieces in and wait for the minikit. There it is, and he'll be grabbing the last 3 minikits here in a little bit. Scynor on the other side doing a box pushing puzzle. Got to match up the colors there. And Los heading into the final room of 4-2. Just gotta grab the last 2 Minikits here, the one on the left and then one in the back left. He has to fly high enough that he doesn't get pushed back by the fans. And there he goes. He'll be heading into 4-3 here with Scynor. Scynor grabbing his 6th Minikit there. He has to be very careful there not to enter the mind control character room, otherwise he'll soft lock. And he has to be a toxic character to go through these toxic gases. And struggling a little bit there to grab that Minikit. This is another spot where Batman could activate the plants with his slam suit if he wanted to. I don't think we will be seeing that. And Scynor gonna head into the last room for the last Minikit. Los getting that first Minikit here. Scynor is gonna have to make a pretty big mistake here if Los wants to catch up. Either missing a Minikit or soft locking. That'll certainly help out Los. But of course we don't wish that upon Scynor. We hope that both the runners succeed. Either way, it's still a good race to watch. Los calling up a second player there so that you can pull both levers. Scynor heading into 4-4 now. And again, he'll be SSJing all over the place. Los also getting the the camera pan skip. Well, sort of building the thing before it, or before the camera pan prevents him from building. And Los calls in his second character here so that he can start pushing the boxes. There he goes, he gets the box Minikit now. Scynor flying out of bounds a little bit. There's a interesting version of that out of bounds I haven't seen before. Scynor struggling a little bit to build here. And doing a little bit of building with that toxic gas or toxic waste releaser so that you can do that during the camera pan. Not sure what Los was doing, but he's got it figured out now. Ooh. Los was trying to do a heat suit skip there. And there he ended up getting it. Now he's gonna SSJ his way into the tank here. And it looks like he's gonna SSJ his way out of here as well. And then he'll hit that trigger going back up. I believe this is the third last Minikit for Scynor. Yep. And the last one here, or the second last, will be breaking that open, flying up, and then heading into the final room for the last Minikit. So Scynor's still about a level ahead, as Los is about to head into 4-4. Scynor is about to be heading out of it. Close grabbing this one in the glass case. And then SSJing his way to get that second one behind there. I think Scynor ended up using the pressure pad to open it up, which involved him blowing it up with a bomb and then building it and then stepping on it. I believe it's 3 times. Fun fact with this puzzle that Los just did, you just need to activate the last button and then run to the suction chute. And Los opting to hit the transition there rather than SSJing his way back. This is the route I'm a little bit more familiar with than the route that I ended up doing. Scynor struggling to get past that pillar there. He ends up, or he needs to get the helicopter activated so that you can blow up some cameras. And so he'll end up building this, and then using a mind control character, he'll mind control the helicopter to blow up the 3 cameras and activate a Minikit that'll be right above this mind control machine. Pretty decent spawn there for Scynor with the helicopter. It can spawn anywhere in this room. It's kind of on a cycle, so it's a little bit cycle based, so if you go fast enough, you might hit a good cycle. If you're too slow, you might hit a bad one. A bad one being the helicopter directly in the middle of all the cameras, the good one being on either side of the cameras, being either on the far left or on the far right. So that's 4 Minikits now for Scynor in this last level of episode 4. Los heading to grab his 7th or his 8th Minikit. He'll be done in just a few seconds. Scynor about halfway through 4-5 here. Unfortunately, you have to go through the process of pulling that lever and then activating the lever with the mind control character. Scynor getting this Minikit in this room and SSJing his way out. Has to find where the door is because that's the only spot with without the invisible wall above it. Alright, Los done with 4-5. And Scynor on his way to the 4 golden pigs. He has to bust that open before he can get the character up here. Alright, and Los finally heading into 4-5. Scynor has to push this battery over here so that he can open this gate and bust a 3rd golden pig. He's going to SSJ his way over to the transition to the last area. There's his golden pig Minikit. 2 Minikits here in this room. You have to actually break and build this wall, and then you can SSJ your way up to push this cage down that has a Minikit in it. Scynor probably gonna opt to do the save and quit rather than hitting the transition. Yep. It wouldn't have taken much time to hit it, but it is faster, so he's just gonna go for it. Scynor does have the world record for this category, and so he is sort of going for a world record attempt. Los never having a run in this category, but has a very, very good knowledge of this game. He'll be going for a very decent PB. Scynor heading into the first level of episode 5, the Penguin episode. Ooh. Oh, Scynor almost forgot to grab the carrot Minikit, or activate the first carrot there. So if Los can remember that, he'll have a little bit a little bit of a time save. It's not much, but it's something. Building with the glide suit rather than the demolition suit, meaning he can actually get hit by projectiles. Scynor getting this truck built, has to pull it into position and then build 4 things so they can actually drive it. And there he's going to grab the second truck so he can move them both at the same time. And thankfully, since he's got invincibility, he won't be getting knocked out of the trucks here. He also has Mr. Freeze on that other character so that he can get them, or get that truck into position while the other truck gets put into position. Unfortunately, yeah, that doesn't negate that camera pan showing that you actually activated the Minikit. Los going for the golden pigs now. First going for the one on the left, then probably the one with the Joker. Yep. Scynor grabbing the last Minikit in this room. And using his other character to quickly move over to the left side. So there's another plant thing that you could bust open with the slam. Not really bust open, but build. Alright, 5 cannons here for Scynor. He's got the first, second one. Los getting the 4th golden pig. And Scynor with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th cannons. Needs to wait just a little bit before that gets activated, and now he'll be heading into the final room. A little struggling a little bit. There it is. Also opting to not go for the transition. Scynor, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but he wisely waited for the cutscene to end before he did the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria boat race. There he gets that Minikit. He's got 3 more to grab. 1 up on top, 1 on the bottom in the water, and then a 3rd one in this seduction door. So now Scynor is going for the 25 pieces. Don't know if he knows it or not, but there is a spot where you can stand, or there's 2 spots you can stand and collect all 25 pieces. So you can do it in 2 vacuum suctions rather than however many he did right there. Oh, Scynor showing off the freeze fly there. So that used to be how we did a lot of hike glitches before. He has time since he needs to wait for the jukebox to get built anyways. Alright, and then Los here going for the second truck to get that Minikit activated. And there he gets the 3rd carrot. And so the 4th Minikit he needs is in the boat on the far right. And Scynor now heading into 5-2, stealing the show. This is a Catwoman level. One of my favorite levels. I don't know what it is about the rooftop Catwoman levels, but I like them a lot. Alright, Los heading into the second room. And Scynor just making this look like a cake, or making it look like it is very easy to do. Cakewalk, that's what I meant to say. Thankfully, Los isn't forgetting about the cannons there, but unfortunately missed the SSJ, so he accidentally went into the toxic waste. Scynor almost forgetting the rooftop minikit there. I was wondering if he was going to get it. And then Los here, again wisely waiting for the cutscene to end, rather than going for it right away. But since he has his, well, he had his character selected. Now he's going to be moving his character along with the boats. I haven't seen this before. Ooh. And just deciding, oh no! Oh no! Scynor probably soft-locked this minikit now. Since he lost the boat race, he will probably need to come back here. Oh, nope, never mind. I guess you don't need to win the boat race. That's okay. Alright. Los activating the seduction door there. Grabbing the minikit here, and then on the top left. Scynor already done with 5-2. He'll be moving on to the second boat level. So Los going for a quick suction here. He can't quite grab all the pieces he wants, but he had the right idea of standing in certain places in order to grab a lot of them with one suck. Alright, Los also trying to show off the freeze fly, but just not going his way. Alright, he's done with 5-2 or 5-1 there. Now he'll be heading into 5-2. And Scynor already out of the first room of 5-3. Now there's a couple buoy things here that Scynor needs to hit. There are 5 of them. I think there's... Oh, that was interesting. He got transitioned into the first room. Don't know if that was on purpose or not. And Los not forgetting to bust open the billboards. There are 3 of them. If you miss them, it takes a little bit to get back to them, especially that first one. With the buttons that Scynor just hit, you have to hit them while you are not targeted. Otherwise, you cannot hit the buttons. There are some times when you can actually kind of hit the button while you're still targeted. It won't activate right away, but as soon as you get untargeted, that's when it'll activate, as if you hit it. Alright, Scynor going for the worst minikit in the game right now. This towing is very tedious. So he's being extra careful to not move the bomb in such a way that it would be busted on anything else other than what he wants it to hit. And you have to do that twice. So it makes it extra bad. So you'll see Scynor slow down here so that the bomb has time to kind of slow down so you can adjust the position. And... uh-oh. Oh no! Scynor going for a fourth bomb now. Meanwhile, Los with the T-Rex breaks the boxes there to get out quickly and gain a lot of height with the SSJs. Scynor finally done with the bomb Minikit there. He's got two more in the last room, one on the far left that he needs to get by breaking open these targeted things. That'll clean up the toxic waste, and now he's going to head over to the right side while that toxic waste goes away. He's going to grab that Minikit and then head over to the left side to grab the other one. And that'll be it for 5-3 for him. Los almost done here with 5-2. Just needs to build a few things. Unfortunate that security guard stayed alive. Otherwise he could have built that without any trouble. Alright, Los done with 5-2 now. He'll be heading into 5-3. Scynor now heading into Croc's level. I'm blanking on the name, I'll see it here in a second. A daring rescue. So the first Minikit is underneath the level here. And Scynor opting to go for the out of bounds here to transition into the bonus area with the hostage as well as the band. So a bass guitar, or not a bass guitar, just called a bass, a microphone, a drum set, and a piano. So try to figure out what kind of music plays with those instruments and a vocal. Piano, bass, and drums. My first instinct is to say jazz, but kind of interested to see what kind of stuff you, what kind of music you guys think it is. Close, about halfway done with this level. And Scynor going for the TVs here. There are 5 of them that you need to hit. And those being careful, well, he was trying to be careful with the, with being targeted. So here he'll avoid the light there to not get targeted. There he'll hit it right away. Scynor advancing to the next few rooms. So one in the toilet on the left here. And then he'll need... No, he doesn't need the pieces. He does need the pieces because he'll need that for... a Minikit over on the right side in this room. Los now with the worst Minikit in the game. Hopefully being careful enough to not bust it on anything. That should hit. Good. And then spending some time here to break those open. Scynor will probably attempt to go for a car duplicate, or a car dupe, where he'll move the car over to the... Oh, didn't quite get it. It is possible to move that car into the left area while everything's going on, and that'll allow you to get the van quote-unquote parked. And even though you haven't even done anything with the van yet, you can still do that. So you skip a cutscene here, as well as building 7 things. So here he'll get that parked and should be getting that Minikit. There it is. So that is 7 for him. He'll grab a few more pieces up there, as well as over on the right side. Los done with 5-3, he'll be heading into 5-4. And Scynor has his 25 pieces. Los trying to use Poison Ivy there to break the Penguin Bomb. Here he's gonna use Poison Ivy strats in order to get back there rather than SSJing. That's bold. It's a little easier to do it with SSJs. However, it is a little more risky to do it with Poison Ivy. Most just waiting for the Minikit. There it is. Scynor done with 5-4. He's going to be heading into the last level of episode 5. This is Arctic World. And we'll see how well Scynor does on one of the most punishing minikits. The slalom minikit. Well, there's technically 2 slalom minikits, but the second one that you'll be seeing is a little more punishing than the first one. If you miss it the first time, you cannot get it the rest of the level. So he would have to exit out and go back and try it again. And if he misses it again, he would have to go back into the level again. It has gotten a lot more consistent, especially in free play, because you can swap characters using the R and L buttons or whatever you have it for on keyboard. And when you swap characters that way, you kind of controls your movement on the slide. Scynor about to be heading there. He needs to grab one last Minikit in this room, and then he'll be heading into the second room. Solemn Minikit is going to be in the room after this. Looks like Los is going for a PCC on top of this section. And the way you do that is by running into specific walls, turning VSync off, I believe, and then swapping immediately to Killer Croc. So here Scynor's going for that slalom mini-kit. If he misses any one of these flags, he will have to go back into the level. So here you'll see him swapping characters a little bit to change his position a little bit, and there he easily got it. Little unfortunate there for Los, because that would have allowed him to catch up a little bit. We'll see if Scynor or Los goes for the car duplicate here. Must not have built something yet. There it is. There, he got it. So that saves him probably 30 seconds at least. And he's got his other character stuck underneath the truck there. That's no big deal. He can get him out fairly easily. Either by transitioning to the next room or probably drop and warping him to a different spot. So there he's got all 25 pieces that he needs. Scynor heading into the last episode. This is the first one. Thankfully he did not forget the freezing of the ice there. There are 3 of those. Hopefully he doesn't forget the second one either, Because the second one I tend to forget. Well, struggling just a little bit with that Minikit. Using the penguin to activate that second button so they can get down without the other character. And going for the last Minikit over here on the right. There he goes. Now he's going to be heading into the final level, Arctic World. Scynor not forgetting that second freezing spot. Got to pull a lever here so they can activate another lever behind this jack-in-the-box so that he can get a Minikit behind that door. And Scynor struggling just a little bit there with that Minikit. He had to SSJ once in order to get up to the height of that Minikit without hitting the slope. Los getting that Minikit that Scynor had grabbed blast in this room. He's going to get it second. Then he's going to quickly navigate his way to these other ones. We'll see if he uses the same penguin strats that Scynor used. Lately, I have not been using penguin strats up here. I've just called in the second player and counted on them to activate the slalom gate. Unfortunately, there for Los, he did not activate the first one nor the third. So he'll go down, hopefully in time to... Oh no! Didn't quite get it. So that's more of a time spread between our two runners here. Scynor having to collect a few pieces here so they can build a car for one of the other Minikits. Grabbing the van here so they can get another one. Hopefully, I believe there's another freezing thing that Nope, never mind. I think Scynor already got the third freezing. Scynor with just enough pieces. He actually had 3 extra. So he's got to put the colored cars into the correct spots here. So, green, red, yellow, blue, I believe it goes. Nope, green, red, blue, yellow. Lois on the other side doing a leg grab that I had mentioned earlier. And he's also going to go for a BRC here in order to hit this transition without going through the seduction process or through the guard guy. He's also going to SSJ over that. He's going to count on his ability to navigate this with swapping characters. Scynor had the other character go down with him so that you could swap with the character swap button, or also known as the tag button. Another Minikit on the bottom side of that iceberg. Gotta freeze a block, push it, pull a lever, and get this last Minikit. Is that the last one? That might be the last one. Scynor on the final vehicle level of the game. The second flight. Okay, so that was the last Minikit for Los. He will be heading into 6-1 now. Scynor over here on 6-3. Hopefully Scynor doesn't forget any water towers, because that tends to be one of the most forgotten Minikits. I believe there are 4 water towers in this first room, so he'll have to be extra careful with that. Yeah, Scynor is ahead right now. He is in 6-3. Or, no, he's in 6-2. Los is in 6-1. And I don't know if either runner knows that you can activate or you can break that glass wall with the sonic suit. You don't need to shoot it. You can use the sonic suit as well. Los deciding he's gonna go get this ice cream thing before going to the other side, and he's gonna leg grab this Minikit so he doesn't have to pull the two levers. I didn't see how many water towers Scynor had. He's got 5. Okay, so I don't think he missed any in the first room. That's good news for him. Just needs to make sure that he has the others in this room. You don't need to activate, or you don't need to break the red and white helicopters. That is for a Minikit, or not a Minikit, a red brick. A very easy one to get in story mode. One that they are not going to do because they don't need it. Scynor not hitting all of the Joker pads all the way yet. We'll see if he figures that out pretty soon here. Close, almost done here. He's got 7 mini kits. He needs the car one here. You know, I think he did forget the one by the hostage. We'll see. Alright, Scynor heading into the final boss room. Hopefully he didn't forget any water towers. I think at this point he should have 9 of them. Oh, he didn't get that targeted. So he'll have to go back and get a second. Oh, never mind. His bomb went all the way from the back here, out of bounds to the target way over on the right side. That's why he wasn't able to fire his second torpedo right away. Yeah, Los must have forgotten the one by the hostage. So instead of going back from the first or from the last room, he's gonna go back from the first room, or like resetting the level to go back and get it. Apologize for the dog barks. Right, and Scynor did get all 10 water towers, good for him. And there he's got the last Minikit activated, and now he is heading to 6-3. Los now done with 6-1. He'll be heading into 6-2. Let's hope Scynor or Los doesn't forget any water towers here. As I mentioned earlier, it is one of the most forgotten mini kits in this level. You think you've gotten all of the water towers, and then you get to the last room, and you're like, wait, I only had 7. Scynor SSJing his way out of bounds here to get the one behind the painting. And as well as SSJing his way out of here so he doesn't have to do any weird puzzles. And there he took him a little bit to get that camera moved, and he hit the lasers, and the last time he had touched down was behind that painting, so he got spawned all the way back there. That is unfortunate for him. He didn't even get the minikit. Oh no, he did it again. But he learned his lesson this time and actually landed before he went into the laser section, so thankfully he didn't have to respawn all the way back by the painting. And struggling just a little bit with his SSJs there. Sometimes after a camera pan, it takes a little bit before you can actually swap characters, so you're not able to SSJ right away. And opting to activate the camera cutscene here. There is a way to not activate it, but since you have a lot of things to do in here, it's probably the best, or probably for the best that he actually activates it. So that's 4 water towers for Los, and I believe that is all of them in the first room. And Scynor, another alt-tab leg grab. Los still making his way through 6-2, doing his best to catch up. Scynor is just a very speedy boy. And Scynor struggling a little bit with the slams there to break things open. There, he got it. Gotta wait for the Joker to laugh so that he can grab this minikit, and then he'll be heading into the last room. Last room has another long minikit, but not quite as long as the 3-1 goop machine. It'll be probably, he'll probably start it before he gets the 9th mini. Nope, he's gonna grab the 9th minikit right away, and then he'll just do the last one as is. He'll have to do a little bit of waiting. We'll see what he ends up doing in the meantime. Maybe he'll end up killing enemies, maybe he'll do some glitches for us, we'll see. Alright, Los needs 4 more minikits, 3 more minikits. Using that Mad Hatter glider to zoom his way through this section. Oh, and the building blew up his bomb. Unlucky. So we'll have to go for a second one here. And Scynor gets his second box over to the side. Again, he's just gonna be waiting for it. Los heading into the final room. Hopefully he got all of his water towers. I think it saw 9 out of 10 there, which is the correct amount to have right now.
Do you mind if I sneak a donation in real quick?
Go for it.
Alright, we have a $10 donation from Cam the Man with the comment PogT, and with that, the LEGO Batman SSJ race bonus run has been reached, so we will get to see that right after this run finishes, so be sure to look forward to that.
Nice, thank you for the donation. Alright, Scynor heading into 6-4 now. Los just about to be done with 6-2. Oh. Threw the bomb a little bit far away. It is pretty difficult to manage these bombs. Oh. Oh. I guess he just has one more to grab. I guess it's in the back here. I freaked out because I usually get those two last, and so seeing the 7 and 8 there, or the 8 and 9, I was freaking out. But not freaking out anymore because this is his 10th.
By the way, if you switch, like grab the bomb and switch off the helicopter, he will still carry on the bomb and you can do other stuff, so you don't have to worry about the bomb. So that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, what he said. Alright, Scynor going around here in the boat. He needs to go around 3 times. If you cut the corners too close, you actually don't count the lap. So he needs to be very careful here. For those of you interested, world record for all episodes Minikit Rush is 2 hours 1 second by Scynor. So it'll be pretty close if he actually beats the world record. He's just got about half a level left, or 1.5 levels left, rather. So, SSJing, of course, because that is the fastest way to get height. It also allows you to get out of bounds very, 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 very easily. Scynor actually missing a fire hydrant here. He'll have to go back to the left side to blow one up. Forgot that one because he went straight from the Minikit over to the Minikit in the far back. Alright, Los having 5 Minikits. He's now about halfway done with this level. He still has the long Minikit to go though, so it'll take him a little bit. And Los going for the leg grab here with switching VSync, now deciding to just use a strong character to push the wall back. Scynor struggling with these SWAT guys. They are just being brutal. Alright, Scynor better have all his Minikits in order, otherwise he'll have to reset the level. He should have 9 now, yep. Los struggling a little bit with the breaking of those colorful rings. And Scynor grabbing the last Minikit here, heading into the final level. Los going out of bounds to hit that transition. Doing the lever blind there. Scynor, on the other hand, had actually pulled the lever down so that he could see what he was doing. And Los, instead of going for that Minikit up in the top right, he's actually gonna get things rolling here with the boxes first so that he can not waste time getting that Minikit right away. Scynor already having 2 Minikits here, he has to pull the I forget what this is called, the crypt. Pull the crypt cover over. Sometimes it can soft lock. Hopefully that doesn't happen to him here. And in fact it does not. Alright, and Los pushing his second box over. And just making his way over there. He's got quite a bit of time here anyways. Takes the box a long time to move over there. Alright, Los heading into the second last level now. And Scynor 3 Minikits away from setting a new world record. We'll see if he can actually do it. Hopefully he doesn't forget anything or soft lock or crash or anything like that. Or get stuck inside a ice sculpture. Alright, the last 2 Minikits are in the final room here. One, he has to just step on this platform a couple times, ring the bell. On the other one, he'll have to bust open with some bombs and ring 2 other bells simultaneously. Alright, there's the second last Minikit of the game. And now he's struggling just a bit to get all the things busted open. And now that the enemies are dead, it's only just a matter of time before he collects his last Minikit here. And time. So 156.03 it looked like for Scynor. I believe time ends when you hit save and quit. So congrats to Scynor for setting a new world record by nearly 4 minutes. Now we get to watch Los finish up here. Los, this will be a very good time for you. It'll be a good first run. Certainly, well, I don't have a time here, so I have nothing compared to for me. The only other person to have a category, or to have a run in this category is Air Super Smart with a 328.40, so a very easy second place for you. Got to go around 3 times for this Minikit. Again, not cutting the corners too sharp, otherwise you don't actually get the Minikit. You would have to go around a 4th or possibly 5th time. And heading into the second last level, or second last room of the second last level. Hopefully he doesn't forget to break any of these fire hydrants. Scynor, congrats on the world record.
Thank you, thank you. I actually, surprisingly, it was also a villain record as well. It was the first sub 1 villain Minikit Rush run. Record before was 10026, I believe, and I got a 4942. Looks like.
Nice. So by almost a minute, about 38 seconds.
And especially with how Hero went, I was surprised that I actually got record. So I was like, okay, this category can definitely have a lot of room for improvement in the future.
Didn't see you make any major mistakes. Did you feel like you made any?
Yeah, I felt like it was just a rough Hero section overall. I also like, I mean, something so small but really annoying for me. I entered 2.5 replay story, and obviously the Catwoman cutscene in 2.1 was quite annoying.
Yeah, that was I think that might have been your biggest mistake, is hitting that Catwoman cutscene trigger. Especially since it ended up being a long cutscene.
Yeah, like I was just kind of chilling there, and then P2 came along, pushed Catwoman off, reset the thing. It felt like.
What really separated you and Loss, I think, is that in 3.1, Los soft locked on the crane minikit.
Oh, Yeah, like that one, I made sure I took some extra precautions. Sometimes like your player two will get caught fighting the enemy, so I just killed them with the batarang, the flame batarang, so that player two would just go against the door, follow play one, have no enemies interfere.
Do you guys mind if I sneak in another quick donation?
Yep.
We have a $5 donation from Guildmaster saying shout out to Prince on the commentary and good luck to both runners, mostly Los. Let's keep that LEGO hype for the rest of the best LEGOthon yet. Thank you, Guildmaster, for the $5 donation.
And thank you, Guild, for the shout out. Certainly shout outs to Scynor and Los as they put on an excellent performance for us. And we will have that SSJ race coming up here shortly. Is that right after this, or
Yeah,
is
I
that
believe
it?
so.
Okay.
Actually, it'll be a rematch from last year's SSJ race. We did one after our free play run last year. I'm assuming it'll be best of 3 again this year.
Probably.
Just to
It
really
goes
work
by
the
way
muscles.
too fast.
Yeah, it's only about 20-ish seconds, I believe, to get up. But obviously, when you have to do that, more than once, it gets really, really tiring really fast.
Mm-hmm. And what level is that you do it on?
Zoo's Company, Room 2.
Okay.
So essentially, I guess while Los finishes up here, I can explain the SSJ race. So we'll both be starting in the same little corner, and obviously we're going to be SSJing as fast as we can. There's the skybox on the level that you'll see, like the sky. It's like a dome. The finish line, pardon my dog, is when the skybox gets out of view, and it's all like the screen goes completely black, and the skybox goes out of view. That is the quote unquote finish line for the SSJ race.
And Los going for the third last Minikit now with Mr. Freeze. Well, it looks like he might end up getting stuck inside too. Nope. He decided to move out of the way this time. And it looks like he's going to go for a PCC here to, get into that transition without needing to break or build anything. And it's hammer time. So he'll go for the switching option here.
Oh, also, I heard you say in 5-4. Or sorry, I'll let Los finish up first.
Ooh, using the scuba suit to freeze all of the enemies there. That's something we haven't seen yet. Or maybe we have and I just didn't notice. I guess you don't really need to have... Oh no, never mind. You do need to have Mr. Freeze for freeze flies because you can't freeze your own character. Alright, Los going for the last Minikit now.
There's time.
And time. So about a 2:03:24.
GG.
GG loss. Close.
Thank you.
So, besides the 3-1 crane Minikit, what do you think was the worst thing you did?
Missing the hostage mini kit in 6-1.
Yeah, that did set you back a little bit more.
Yeah, and also triggering the cutscene in 3-2, 3-3.
Yeah, those are the 3-1 crane, the other cutscenes. those really set you back. But you did well overall.
Thank you. Like, I think without the soft lock and the cutscene trigger, and without missing the mini kit there, it would have been like at least 3 to 4 minutes faster.
Yeah, so you probably would have had a sub 2 if you hadn't missed those 3 things.
Most likely, yeah.
All right, Scynor, do you want to explain the SSJ race?
Yeah, I'll quickly do it. So, it'll be taking place in 2-4 Zeus Company, in this little corner in room 2, and I can quickly slowly go up, but we'll be SSJing basically as fast as we can, and it'll be a best of 3 race, to the top of the skybox here. But so it's like the skybox is a big dome, and sorry, pardon my controller because it's a bit loud in the SSJ, but I'm going all the way up here. As you can see, this is what we're going to be going all the way through when we're racing, and I'll show you what the finish will look like. So this is the top of the skybox, the top of the dome here. And as soon as that goes off screen, that will be the finish. So right about there, that will be the finish of the race. And we're going to do best of 3. Yeah, and it'll be a rematch from last year. I'm sure
You want to build a robin pad as a starting point? Oh, you already did. So you can start on top of the pad.
Oh, well, I guess the intention was starting in the corner, but if you really wanted to start on...
I'd say start in the corner, that way it's the exact same point for both of you.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and mute myself as well.
And quickly before we start, are you allowed to move the camera?
No.
No, just keep the camera steady. No camera movement.
All right. Both runners ready?
Yes.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like Cynor's taking an early lead here. Oh, Low struggling just a little bit. Oh no! Yeah, Low's losing a lot of height there. Oh no! Scynor almost to the top. Breaks through. And there.
Comes through.
Scynor 1-0 right now.
It doesn't let me SJ.
I've noticed that sometimes if you try to go too fast on the inputs, you'll miss
even if I go slow, like every 5th SJ just drops. See?
Even when you're going slow.
Yeah, you see that I'm starting the glide animation.
Is your VSync off by chance?
On. You see that, like, I'm leaning forward with Batman.
I wonder if it's that you're up against a wall.
Like, I can't... No, doesn't work anymore. I can try to switch controllers. It's like you can see that I'm actually leaning forward and starting a glide, but it doesn't allow me to gain height. Even if I do it really slow. Okay, view number 1. I quickly switch controller, maybe it works better on the other one. Because I know this one is low on battery.
I had to go zap one of the elephants, but that means I would have to go reload the room. I already did that once.
Yeah, it feels a bit better.
I didn't realize you can shoot at the hostage through the little hole in the ground.
Alright, I'm ready for round 2, Scynor.
Alright, round 2.
I hope the control works.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. And they're off. Los still struggling a little bit. Might be going too fast. Maybe he's still having the same problems he had before. Scynor looking like he's just soaring. Breaks through the skybox and soon to be our SSJ champ. There it is. And Los finally breaking through the hitbox or the skybox. And there it is.
Yeah,
Went
GG.
better. GG. Went better with this controller.
So thank you everyone who donated to see that. It is quite a lot of fun to commentate for LEGO Batman, as well as for our two lovely runners here, Scynor and Los.
Thank you for commentating.
You're welcome. And Scynor invisible on an elephant right now. Just
don't know
showcasing
but
showcasing some of the shenanigans you can get into in this game. This game is a lot of fun. I suggest you guys take it out or take a look at it. Try it out. You might have a lot of fun. But
by the way, and just a quick note, an SSJ is like jump, glide, slam, and switch. So those are 4 inputs you have to press repeatedly to gain height. So, not sure if that was explained for the race. Just want to add that as well.
And I guess I'd also like to mention before we go, there will be another LEGO Batman run. I do not know the time on that, but it'll be
Roughly 3 hours.
Episode's story. So that'll be a new aspect of the game to look at, the story run.
right now it's scheduled for 2:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you all have time to check that out. Any closing words from either Scynor or Los?
Stay tuned because next is LEGO Lord of the Rings, which I will be running with Paxo.
Yeah,
Really cool game.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got TCS any % tomorrow.
All right, thanks for tuning in, guys.